How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Smackdown review. This is Macho Madness here. Brett Mix is my name. Hit like and subscribe if you like the wrestling history that I do on this channel, plus up-to-date reviews like this. I'd greatly appreciate it. It would benefit me as I'm trying to launch my channel here. I'm going to get better equipment here in the future, but for now it's just what it is. So let's get to the Smackdown review, and thank you so much if you did that. From 10/06/2023 from St. Louis, Missouri, the hometown of one Randy Orton, but he wouldn't be there. Pyro goes off, and I remember when they didn't have Pyro just a short couple years ago. I couldn't believe it. Like during the days of Revolution or Retribution, I mean, God, I've tried to forget their name. That's on purpose. Days of Retribution and no fans in the Thunderdome, and I just remember that was just so bad. Even when there was fans before the COVID, they still had no Pyro. Which, thank God they brought it back. LA Knight begins the show for the first time in a while. Usually it's the Judgment Day or Cody Rhodes in the last little bit, or the Uso. But yeah, it doesn't take Heyman long to say that, to interrupt him and say, "No, my name is not Boo," and he says he can pick out the future. Really, Paul Heyman. Heyman says he's got a knack for picking out the future, and he's always right. Well, what about 2003, Paul Heyman? Because I have a wrestling memory that is kind of scary. So what about 2003, Paul? What happened to Matt Morgan? I thought you said that Matt Morgan was going to be bigger than Brock Lesnar. That's what you said on the microphone anyway. So we can take Heyman's words with a grain of salt. In all seriousness, that did happen. But in all seriousness, and I do remember it, and I just think it's funny that the Heyman and the writers think the fans won't remember. The fans won't. Well, I do, and I'm sure some of you do too. Anyways, it's cool that he does give LA Knight his props, and basically they set up a match with him and Jimmy Uso for later in the night. Heyman isn't sure about it, but he is. Priest asks Mommy backstage why McDonough's walking with them, and she said there's a good reason, so he said okay. Charlotte comes out next for a tag match. She and Asuka takes on Damage Control, Io Sky, and Bayley with Dakota Kai. Decent tag match. They worked over Asuka a lot. She was trying to get the hot tag to Charlotte, but Bayley cut off the half of the ring, isolating her, making frequent tags. Damage Control in control over Asuka most of the match. Then Charlotte comes in and gets her face big hot tag and then big baby face victory. She goes over for whatever reason. I rate the match 2.5 stars. Not bad at all for a TV match. For the ladies, they had a superplex on the top from one spot, and it went really up high down to from Charlotte and Asuka to Io Sky. Bodies were down everywhere, so yeah, this is a dramatic match at times, but 2.5 stars. Backstage, Mommy wants to talk to Heyman in private. Then they show the Lashley's flashbacks with the Street Profits the last couple weeks, and now we have a David vs. Goliath match. Lashley and Mysterio go at it. It's just your typical giant man match, or your Cena vs. Big Show from WrestleMania 20, Hogan Andre from WrestleMania 3, where the heel beats down the face slowly and methodically, and then all of a sudden the face hits a couple good moves, and then you think he's going to come back, but then the heel grabs an extra side headlock or a chair shot or some kind of dirty tactic to get back in front, pokes the eye, low blows, something like that, and then the heel comes back in control, only for the face to come back at that final moment before the heel puts him away, or in this case, before the face wins. The LWO and the Street Profits got involved, and Ray helps the LWO, and it took his attention away. Lashley hit a spear on Ray, and then he gets him for the pinfall, and I give that 2 stars 3/4. It was just over an 8-minute match, 10 minutes with commercials, but it told a decent story. Backstage, Rhea wanted Heyman to acknowledge her, or else the Bloodline and Judgment Day will go at it. So Heyman reluctantly calls Roman Reigns into his phone. In the ring, Dragon Lee and Austin Theory go at it. Grayson Waller came out halfway through and tried to be a distraction. Dragon Lee got the win within 7 or 8 minutes with commercials. Solid wrestling here. I gave it 2 stars and 3/4. Good TV, some solid TV matches tonight. Nothing great, nothing bad. Just average to good. LA Knight went 1-on-1 with Jimmy Uso after the Fastlane was built up, and yeah, this match went back and forth as well. It went about 12 minutes without the commercial breaks. Tons of action. I'm glad that the fans are really behind LA Knight with the yeah. I'm a little bit new with him, as I only started to review these shows in the last month, like these current TV shows. So I hadn't only part-time watched in the past year before this last month. So I've only seen a little bit of him. I hope he's got more phrases than yeah, but if he doesn't, that's still okay. I'm a fan of ooh yeah, Macho Man, so how can I not like that? Plus he's got confidence, and I think the sky's the limit for the guy. I really do. I thought that was a nice spot in the match where Uso got in control and Knight hit a sunset flip backbreaker where he flipped back in and then put the knees up. That's something like Rob Van Dam would do. Sikola, we didn't get the clean finish as Solo Sikola ended up attacking during the match. Then main event, Jey Uso came out, and then Cena and Knight and the Bloodline and Judgment Day, and then all of a sudden fans chant for Cody, and guess who comes out? Cody, and then they sing his entrance theme. All these men against each other. So it was an entertaining finish. The match had a DQ, but it was an entertaining end as all 4 against the other 4. Triple H is prompted for next week. I hope Triple H's announcement isn't that these teams are going to meet in a War Games or a Survivor Series. I mean, that would be good, but I hope that you're surprised. Whenever a McMahon or a Triple H appears, I hope the surprise is sufficient and it's surprising. That's the key. I set the bar high, so I rate this SmackDown a 5.5 out of 10. I gave the other ones like a 6.56 in the past few weeks, only because they had classic matches, whether it's Io Sky versus Asuka, or whether it was whatever match was last week. There was another good one. So we missed the classic match this week, but or Drew and Gunther and Ciampa is what I'm trying to think of too, for Raw. So I rated those shows in the 6s, but this one I'll give a 5.5 out of 10 just because we had decent matches, no classic, and again I set the bar really high. So just an average show here going into Fastlane. Fastlane should be good. I'll definitely be reviewing that, so stay tuned for that. That's my first recent pay-per-view review on this channel. So yeah, if you hit like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And thanks for sticking with me until this moment. I'm going to get better at these, and things are going to get better on this channel, so if you stick around, you'll see that. Alright, that's enough for Brett Mix here. Macho Madness. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next review. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out.